We all know blood magic sucks, right? In the current state it's in, there's a lot of issues with it that currently makes it very unviable for both PvE and PvP. The cast times are too slow, the hyper armor for Briars of Sin takes too long to kick in, and Briars of Punishment, ironically, is very punishable. Well, what if I told you there was a way to change that? Because what I've found may actually make these spells viable. So for those of you who don't know, chain casting is a method where you can cancel the animation of some spells and do the attacks a lot quicker. This method is what makes Bestial Sling into Hone Bolt so effective, because it cancels the animation for Hone Bolt and it just goes right into the attack. But did you know that the same works for Briars of Sin and Punishment as well? Briars of Sin has a 3-phase attack where as you keep pressing the button, it'll keep using the spell. If you start off with Briars of Punishment first, then switch to Briars of Sin, you can immediately switch to the second phase of the spell, which not only does more damage, but also has a bigger range. Now this on its own is great, because in PvP you can bait people into you, because they think you're going to do the long range version of the spell, but then you switch to Briars of Sin and catch them in the combo. But the lore deepens! You can even switch back after you use Briars of Sin, back to Briars of Punishment, and then you can just keep doing them over and over, and you can have sort of a infinite combo where people who are stuck in it, they kind of can't leave until they die or bleed out. And if that wasn't enough to sell you, it gets even better than that. Because these are categorized as spells, we can use Carian Slicer and Swift Glintstone Dart to activate the chain cast a lot quicker. So now you can do Carian Slicer, switch into Briars of Sin to get to phase 2, and then you can switch back to Carian Slicer and do the loop again. This time it's a lot quicker than doing Briars of Punishment into Briars of Sin. And if you wanted to, you can do Carian Slicer into Briars of Sin, into Briars of Punishment, and now you have the setup where you can go into Carian Slicer and then back into Briars of Punishment to kind of spam people down from long range. Now my blood mage in training, arm yourself with this knowledge and make these spells viable. It is extremely fun to use in PvP, no one expects it, and when used properly, this will melt anyone's health bar. We're talking 60 vigor, this is going to eat right through that if they decide to stay in, which most people do. We did 1800 damage in 2 seconds. This tech is wild. If you'd like to see another video where I go even more in depth about this build, because there's actually a lot of depth to this, let me know in the comments, and if this video can get a decent amount of likes, then I will be making a part 2 to this video very shortly. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, peace, be good, love and light.